Welcome back to Your View.
So thanks for staying with us again in continuation of our series on Independence Day awards by Duffel Premier Foods, the makers of Indomie noodles. Today in the studio we have a brilliant 14-year-old boy who constructed an incubator for hatching eggs. Welcome with us, Clement. Good to have you on the show. So, in Kaduna, you created an incubator for hatching eggs.
Yes, ma'am.
First of all, why did you think you needed to create an incubator for hatching eggs?
First of all, what brought the idea was like, I do see the way some eggs, when they lay their eggs, they do leave it on the floor carelessly. Some breaks and it leads to increase in egg spoilage in area there. So I do imagine what will be the solution to such problem. So that's when the idea came. And I do see the fowls where they lay egg, they use their stomach in covering the egg all the time. So I said, okay, let me imagine what I can do to help in solving the...
Did you grow up in the poultry? Did your parents have a poultry, or were you just seeing the poultry run? How did you identify that problem?
What caused it was in the back of our house, in our backyard, we have a mini poultry farm there. So that's what brought the idea, ma'am.
So tell us, how did you create this thing? So you thought of getting a box. Yeah. And so tell us exactly how you came about the setup of the box.
So when I imagine the way they do use their stomach in covering the egg so that it will maintain a constant temperature, so I said, okay, let me construct a box whereby whenever I insert the egg into, so that instead of the fowl covering it with the stomach, the box is secure, and also put a light that brings energy, heat. So whenever I regulate it, the heat that is dropping on the egg now serve as the warmness to the egg. Fantastic. So yeah. So
let's take a clip. Let's watch how a reenactment of how actually it's the actual clip of your construction of the incubator for hatching eggs. Watch this.
Joel Clement lives at number 49 Sarakin Power Road in Samaru, Zaria. Joel is said to have constructed an incubator for hatching eggs, as shown in the picture below. He made it in the form of a box using wood and metal, into which he mounted lamp bulbs to generate heat at the necessary temperature. When activated, the incubator is used to hatch eggs into beautiful chicks.
The event took place in our school here, and I informed my teacher before I started, so he encouraged me. From there, I moved forward to my elder sister, who gave me a courage and a full maximum cooperation on how I will get it. So that's how I come about it, and some of my mates also. I negotiated with them before I continue.
He told me that he wants to come bring about egg incubator. Then he went into our carpentry and joinery section here in the school. He constructed a local casing with wooded materials. So they come back, he and one of his friends, they met me and told me that they have constructed the casing, remain the wiring diagram. What will make this thing to be unique is that we have so many poultry farms that they can produce egg, but they cannot hatch it. So with this small project he have made, there will be available materials for him to make a larger size of it. You'll discover that all farmers within Kaduna and inside Nigeria, they will not find it difficult in hatching.
When he came to me with this idea of egg incubator, like he has something to say. I gave him a listening ears. He said he could make a wood with bulbs and they could hatch egg. At first, I took it like a joke. I was just laughing. I was like, you should just get out. And then I was like, how will you do it? He said, with the help of his teachers and with the little idea he got from net, now that he could make something like that and it would come to pass. The only thing I could help was assisting him financially and then give him courage. That's how I happened to see a box of wood, made of wood, sockets, bulbs and so on, and eggs in it.
So, the young lad had been producing day-old chicks, which he sells to people from far and near. Aside selling chicks, Joel has constructed quite a number of his invention and sold on orders. The income has helped him to finance his education.
I feel so glad because as I'm done with the job of the incubator, it works and everything moves normal. So that makes me to be happy and glad.
So Joel is a businessman. Let me come to your sister, Sarah. Sarah, so you're an investor in this business. How much did you invest since you're a stakeholder? Sarah, go ahead.
Well, I don't have much. At first, it was a small construction. So the total money we used then was 20,000 naira.
Wow.
And then at the point, my uncle asked him to make something like that for him. And he did. But that one, I wasn't the one that financed it. So
fantastic. So how much do you charge people? Now it's a business, obviously. Yes, people come to you and ask you to make incubators for their eggs. Yes, how much do you charge?
Normally, I do charge based on the size you want. If it is one that is somehow portable, if it is the one that is in a stationary place. So it's based on how it is. There are type of 10,000 naira, 15, 20, based on how you want it. That is how I do.
And this money has helped you?
Yes.
So how did Indomie discover you?
At first, it was in my school. So one morning that way, some few ladies came in, and I don't know what they actually came for. So they were asking of, is there anything, because the school there is more of a technical activities where they invent different type of machines and different things. So they came in asking if they have any bravery student here. So that is how they got to give them my name, and I explained what I did. Yes, ma'am.
How do your parents feel? What were the reactions to this?
Yeah, when they heard I won the Indomie, they were happy. Though it was only my sister that was aware of all this because they stayed in Port Harcourt while me and my sister school in Kaduna there. So they were happy when they heard the news that I won such award. So
do you create other things, or is just this incubator? Are there other things you're thinking of creating? Since you're an inventor, we're looking for inventors anyway.
Lots more. I'm creating different things.
Like what?
Like an extracting machine that whenever you slot in a sugarcane and you press it, it can give out a sugarcane juice, and some other invention that I'm planning of.
Really?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So is your family working, trying to get the government to support you? I mean, how are you getting funds to get all these ideas? Because these are great ideas. We're looking for young people that have solutions to problems. So that's great. But are you getting the government's involvement to assist, to get some assistance?
Though the money I do use in all this comes from my parents and also my sister here. But I'm not sure if the government is aware of all these things, apart from the Indomie that gave me a token of money. That was 2017, that helped me in my school and in different areas of my life.
Where do you currently reside right now? Where do you live?
Presently now, I reside in Kaduna because I do school in a boarding house there in Kaduna. So whenever the gives break, I come back to Zaria with my sister where she schooled in ABU Zaria.
So how old are you now?
I'm 15 years old.
15 now? Yes. And you created that
when I was 14 years old.
Fantastic. Yes, well done.
Thank you.
So we hope people know that you actually can create these things, and they can...
Yes, people around me do come and ask, and some that are in need of it, I duplicated it and give it out to them.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well done. Congratulations again.
Thank you, ma'am.
So if you know any child that deserves recognition for any heroic act in 3 categories: social, we've seen physical last week, we've seen intellectual today, with Joel, because he's smart and he's been able to create solutions to some of our problems. He hopes to create something to help for sugarcane, right?
For sustainable development, ma'am.
So if you know any young person, please, if you're a guardian, send their names and details to heroesofnigeria.com. Indomie is still looking for entries. I think there are awards in October. So if you know anybody who deserves recognition, kindly send their names and details to heroesofnigeria.com. That's all we can take on this segment. Thank you so much, Joel, for joining us on the segment.
Thank you.
We're going to go to a break now. When we come back, women in information technology, and how do we empower ourselves as women? Stay with us. We'll be right back.